What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Wolf Den. I'm here again with Big Sam Snaps. My friend Sam, he checked out baby metal last, more into rap than heavy metal.
See, I'm bad-minded. I've got a heart, but I can't find it. Came from a place where man die quick, so minding gets next, my knife might slip.
You loved baby metal,
yeah.
So I wanted to show you another band that people put me onto. So we're listening to Band-Maid, Thrill.
Let's go!
Wait, no, not yet.
Oh.
They told me do it like Kate does, gotta get them hyped up.
Okay guys, welcome back. So, we're not really going to talk much about this one because I don't want to give Sam too much of an inkling as to what he's going to be listening to, but I'm just super keen to see what he thinks about this. I'm hoping that he enjoys it, because I sure as hell do, and yeah, I think Sam, hit that button and let's just listen through.
Breaking new gate.
Okay, what do you think so far?
So, a lot different to the last video you showed me.
Yeah.
I guess definitely not heavy metal.
Yeah.
Instantly, you can definitely hear the kind of American rock influence in their music. It's very kind of traditional within that sense of what I expect to hear. Like, this is something that I could definitely hear in like a Fast and Furious film, or something like that. Their production values for the video makes me think that themselves are quite like upcoming.
Yeah.
Like very much an amateur feel to the visuals. Like it's definitely not like high budget or anything like that. But it's cool. I definitely think like it's got its place.
Yeah.
The one thing I'd say is for me it's not like a standout song. It's just kind of.
What do you think about the maid costumes?
Yeah,
I perform them all the time.
So what is the background to that? I don't
actually know myself.
Yeah.
Please let us know. I think what you said is right. It's very different to baby metal, but the reason is like you don't really listen to this kind of music, so that's why this was just a natural progression.
For sure.
I don't want to say like it's the same thing, but yeah, it's got like kind of black metal type vibes from like the 80s and 90s. It's got that kind of sound mixed with that kind of American punk rock sound for sure. And I think you're right, it's kind of more of like, it's not that heavy. You could definitely play this like in a movie or like you could play it sort of in the background of like a house party or something and people like wouldn't be like, what the fuck are you playing? But like, yeah, in terms of like, I think we're about to hit, I paused it here because I think from what I remember of listening to this myself, I think we're about to hit a really cool section. So I wanted to get your opinions there before we kind of push through. But on the whole, we're enjoying it.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely think they're good. Like I love their sound. And I don't think there's anything to dislike.
Sure.
For me, I'm just waiting for that standout moment.
But you don't think it's not like, you don't hear it and like, if you were someone that isn't into like rock music or something, you wouldn't immediately switch off because it's not like...
No, for sure. It's so listenable. And this is the thing, I've got nothing bad to say about it. I guess just with these reactions, you're always kind of waiting for that wow moment. And for me, it's so cool. It's sick and stuff, but I'm just waiting for that, oh my God, these are the people.
Yeah, for sure. I get you. Right, let's keep going.
it out.
Okay, talk about that. Talk about that rhythm guitar and then that guitar solo.
So for me, that was the moment I was waiting for. Like, I think when you can break it down like that, because as musicians, that puts you on a whole nother level, right? And firstly, the bassist, like, wow, that is some proper. I always say funk, but I feel like funk's the wrong thing to say. But like, that was so sick. But then that solo guitar segment. Man, that is so dope, and I think I haven't touched on it yet. The fact that these are 5 women what I feel to be like a very male-dominated genre, and then to kind of have music that puts them in the same league and category, you got to put pure respect on their name for that alone. But that definitely was so sick, and that was a sick breakdown. They're clearly like proper talented musicians, like all within their own right, bringing everything that they have to the table. So. That was definitely a cool part to the song. What
I really like about that part with the bassist is the bass line kind of... I think this you always hear, when you're unfamiliar with a band or an artist, you always hear their kind of influences come through. And I think like the bassist kind of had like a Red Hot Chili Peppers vibe, and then the lead guitarist had like a Guns N' Roses type vibe, but they still managed to make them kind of work. And that's like the sign of like a true artist. Like when you can fuse all that kind of stuff together and create like a pastiche or your own kind of like unique sound, and that's when you're like, okay, you're not just ripping something off, you're doing something like authentic and like genuine and like it's connected. And so it's so good, like I think like when you watch any of these videos and when you do these kind of reactions, you realise very quickly when people are kind of like just clout chasing or like they're not really putting out like music that they actually care about. So it's quite good to see like authentic artists like putting stuff together, because you really can pull out the kind of passion that they have, not only for their own music but for what's come before them and how they're kind of borrowing elements of that to like express themselves. So yeah.
And the weird thing is, I was actually like, especially more on the Red Hot Chili Pepper sides, that is definitely like a sound that I was hearing from them. So it's interesting to you kind of see us like, I guess, marry our thoughts, or align our thoughts.
Right, let's listen to the end. There's about a minute and a bit going, and then at the end we'll decide if this is something that you'll revisit with the filling it, or if it's something we're going to kill.
Filling it or killing it?
Filling it or killing it, exactly. You just said to me that it has proper High School Musical vibes. You want to kind of expand on what you mean by that?
But by that I mean it's literally like that that part of the song. Even the first time I heard that bit earlier on, I thought the same thing. It's just kind of got that same rhythmic pattern and flow to like a song that I've heard in High School Musical.
But do you think like that's like a strategic choice? They put in that little bit in English with that little bit of kind of like easy recognisable flows. If you're listening to someone like us, like from a foreign perspective, you can kind of get to that bit and be like, I gotta get on my way. It gives you that little bit of like that little bit to connect and sing along, and like, because obviously most of the song is in Japanese, so we don't know what any of it was about. But that little bit, you instantly recognise the kind of lead up to it, and then you know, oh, I can sing this one line. So,
and I think it's important to include that in a song, because especially like in a world where I guess English is one of the most spoken languages in the world, right? And it just helps. For me, I've spoken about it with baby metal. Like when you're talking about rap, for example, you buy into the lyrics and the storytelling, right? And you really want to relate to the music, which when it's spoken in a different language or dialect, it's hard to make that connection. So even to have that one line here and there, it instantly kind of, it appeals to you that bit more, because like you said, you can now relate to that one line and jump in and wait for it. So yeah, 100% that's an important bit. But you know, like honestly, I think they're a really cool band, and I love their sound. for me, the one thing I would say, I don't know if it's the most unique sound out there, but I can definitely hear fusion of a few different influences, but all within that kind of American rock pop is what you call it.
Well, I think for me, like I think they sound like Black Sabbath, which is obviously like an English like grunge death metal, black metal type band mixed with Blink-182. Like that's the kind of vibe I think they go for, and I think it very much works. And when you listen to more of their music, what you'll see is that something that Band-Maid do very well is they leave little sections in each of their songs, like in here with the bass guitarist and rhythm and the lead guitarist, where they let each member kind of shine with what they're good at, and they're all like exceptional musicians. So they add like this little bit of breathing space where like on one song you'll get like a bass solo, you'll get a drum solo on another one, and it really allows them all to shine. And so I think like for me that's one thing I've really noticed. So yeah, you're right, it's probably not the most unique sound coming out where you're like, oh, they stand out from the crowd, but I think that kind of artistry, once you listen to more and more of it, that's what kind of makes it.
And you know what, to your point, I think it's important, particularly with a band, like I know from cheesy as it is, I know from watching like X Factor and things like that, whenever they're working on a band and building the band in the show, the key thing they're always trying to do is build a personality for each of the artists within the band so people buy in. So I guess by doing that, instantly, what is usually just a guitarist is in the back, I know of. The bassist, you kind of never hear of in a band.
Yeah.
So for me, I love that she's kind of got her own solo bit. So I think it's great that they do have their own personal segments in each song to kind of let them shine and let their talent live more than just in the background.
Yeah. So on the whole, this one, so we do filling it or killing it. Filling it is it's going to fill up one of your playlists. Killing it, you're not going to come back and revisit it. Or you're going to listen to this again.
Is it?
That's a no. That's a no. Cut.
I think it's unfair to say that I wouldn't listen to it again.
Sure.
Would I listen to this specific song again? No.
Sure.
But would I want to check out more of what they've done? Yes. So as a band, I'm feeling it. This song, maybe.
Okay, so Band-Maid fans, you have to put the comments below of the songs that Sam needs to hear to make sure that he will go back and listen to it again. The kind of stuff that draws out each of their talents and makes them really pop as a band. Put that down below. I know they've got new stuff that I haven't even checked out yet, but yeah, I would love to react to that again with you. I think the kind of your opinions really like align with mine, so I enjoyed discussing music with you. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's killing it for Sam, it's filling it for me, to be honest with you. So we're gonna leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and until the next video guys, peace.